It's 90.3 KEXP here in Seattle. I'm Stevie Zoom. It's about 10 minutes past 1 on this Sunday. Frankie Rose just finished that set with her song Sorrow. We are ready for some live music in our studios. Thurston Moore is here, returning to KEXP. Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thurston Moore, the Thurston Moore Band, performed last night here in town with Sebadoh. And new album, The Best Day, is coming out October the 21st on Matador. And before you start playing some music here, if you'd introduce the band to our listeners.
Of course. We have the legendary guitarist James Sedwards from Stoke Newington, London. We have the always incredible Stephen Shelley on drums from Hoboken, New Jersey. And the wonderful, fantastic Deb Googe from Camden, London on bass. Thank
you all for being here. It's nice to see Steve once again. He comes in, sees me like once a year on Sundays. Thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
The Best Day is coming out October 21st. If you're ready for a couple songs.
We are ready for a couple of songs, starting now.
sit-ins, walkout strikes. Strike again, quick split. Sabotage the picket present. Absenteeism, record boycott. Because boy, no, you're not them. Whistle blown it, blow it up again. Iraqi world for a Chelsea girlie. Let's get going. Social studyism. Leaflet falling pamphlet. Mimeogasm. Mimeogasm. Darling, sickle and hammer, armed and blade, creating, elating, angry brigade, rotated glamour, exploding to pieces, stoke moves at age, revolution greasers, investigation, whose conspiracy, whose conspiracy, gate crashing seekers, find the truth, just you wait, we may have to use a toy grenade!
Live music here at 90.3 KEXP, Thurston Moore and the Thurston Moore Band. Again, thanks for being here this afternoon. They played last night, and the heading down, I should say, the road to California, the Great American Music Hall on Tuesday. So thanks for being here and playing with Sebadoh last night. The new album, again, is coming out October 21st, The Best Day. And prior to those two songs you did right there, I had only heard the title song. And certainly quite different sound than the previous album, Under Your Own Name.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the previous album under my own name was called, what was it called? Demolished Thoughts.
It's Demolished.
And that record, record was all done with like 12-string acoustic guitar, violin, full-sized harp, and some extra musical participation from some musicians in Beck's world. And it was a record that I let Bexer have his way with, because something I've never really done, even in Sonic Youth's history. We never really let a producer or an engineer really have their way with a record. We were always pretty much over their shoulder, and monitoring it to our own aesthetic. But with this record, I was really into this idea of having Beck be really part of it in such a way where his voice was completely apparent. And I think if I didn't really dig that, I probably would have maybe taken it away. But I really loved what he was doing. It was really just wonderful and Beckian. And so he's such a big part of the flavor of that record. So, but this record is definitely a completely different animal. It's very sort of it's me, sonic no wave guitar rock music. With this band that I sort of just came to me very graciously while I was residing in London, which I still do. And so that's what you're hearing.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to mention next. Is you've been living in London for quite a while, and as you just said right there, you still do. So this came about after moving to London, living there, and then hooking up with these folks here somehow.
Yeah, James was living in a flat that was just below the flat I was living in, and I could hear him playing on a daily basis. And that should be something where I would instantly sort of call the noise police. But I was digging it, and then we kind of met in the hallway, and we had some tea together, and we started discussing things that we had in common, which was quite a bit. He knew as much about my world of playing through the years as I did about myself. So that was kind of really, really sweet. And then, but we just, I think when I started getting into this place where I felt like I need to start writing again, and I started writing again, James was sort of first on the list for somebody to call to see if he would play guitar with me, and so we just did some duo guitar piece. This music that's on the album, we sort of were playing it instrumentally around town, around London. Steve heard us. We opened up for Lee Ronaldo's band, and Steve was on tour with Lee, and he offered his services, which was really exciting for me because he's the first drummer I would have thought of, but I thought he was pretty preoccupied. But he seemed to find a little gap in his schedule of playing with all these kind of heavy cats to let me fly him over to London. And then Deb came in because we were seeking a bass player, thinking about it. And James said, I know the perfect bass player, Deb Googe. She's a pal of mine. And she's sitting in Camden just waiting for our call. Well, I don't know. We did call her, and she said, well, she goes, I think you guys will try out for me, and we'll see how it goes.
So moving into this flat where James was living in this building is the key to this whole thing.
Yes, it is a very sort of London-centric experience record, yes, very much so. It's a very welcoming environment there for me. I really dug it because, I've lived in New York City since I was 19 years old. I'm 56 now, and it was a very radical life change to actually relocate not only to another city, but to another country. And I found it a bit, I had some trepidation and some anxiety about it, but it was an extremely welcoming environment. And I really do like the music scene there, the literary scene and the art scene, and all the things that sort of turn me on scene. Was in full effect, and it was really wonderful for me. And so I can't say anything more about it except for I got nothing but love for London town, the smoke, as we call it.
So when you were first moving there, was, hey, I've got to form a new band near the top of the agenda, or you were just going to let things kind of see how they go? Yeah,
my ambitions are fairly abstract in that sense. I really do have this trust in Muse, and that's sort of proved to me through the years to be the best thing, is to really let inspiration sort of define your decisions, and so I had trust that it would happen. But I kept myself busy. I don't sit around. I don't own a television set or anything like that. So I play a lot in different capacities. I play a lot with people who are devoted to playing free improvised music, which is a genre that I've been involved with for quite some time. And London has a real history of that. So I find myself playing with musicians like Steve Noble and John Edwards and John Russell, and these are players who are very recognized in this world of just pure free improvised music playing, much in the way like Wally Shoup is here in Seattle. He's like a real hero of mine. So that's a world that I'm very involved with, and so I kept myself busy working a lot in that capacity. And living in London allows me to fly to Paris and Brussels and Amsterdam and Germany, and within 2 hours. And so I can accept these offers of playing that may be sort of nominal in their revenue. So I can afford to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas living in the States, it was a little difficult and heartbreaking that I couldn't actually play with a lot of these people because it was a transatlantic flight. The expenditure was a little prohibitive.
Yeah. You said that you were playing some instrumental music with James.
Yeah.
Were some of those instrumental pieces the ones on this album that now have lyrics to them?
That's exactly what they were. Yeah, exclusively. And yeah, the lyrics came fairly late in the game. We did like 3 or 3 or 4 shows instrumental, I think, and then I think one of the last shows we did was in a record store basement, and I had some lyrics together, and I sort of tried them out there because I thought that was the safest place because nobody could hear them.
Yeah.
And yeah, but you know, I worked them out, and mostly in the studio. I mean, we didn't really, as a 4-piece, we really didn't play together, really hear each other play together until we listened back to the first take of the first song on the record, and that was like, I knew right away it was kind of magical and it was very exciting. But we had a couple of like little rehearsal things, and there's another drummer in London that we were playing with while Steve was busy touring with some other stuff, and we were just sort of working it out. But this is the this is the Magic Band.
All right. It sounds great so far. The Best Day is the album coming out October 21st on Matador. If you're ready for a couple more songs?
Yeah, we'll play a couple more songs, and after this next song we play Speak to the Wild, I have to change guitars.
Sure.
So you're going to hear a little bit of that. Maybe Steve will tell some of his famous drummer jokes. Anyway, this first song is called Speak to the Wild.
Reach for the wire. Your free will has come, fire rise.
Speak to the Wild is the name of the song you're listening to, performed live here by the Thurston Moore Band. One of the songs on the new release, The Best Day, and played here in town last night and headed to San Francisco on Tuesday, changing guitars.
We're ready when you are.
I'm ready for you.
Okay. This is the title track, The Best Day.
The Best Day, performed live here at KEXP by Thurston Moore. That's the title song on the album coming out October 21st on Matador. Thanks so much for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you. Yeah, it's wonderful to spend brunch with you today.
Yes. It's always great when you've made some visits here to the station and our remote broadcast last year with Chelsea Light Moving.
Oh, we look
and
forward
everything
to it.
over the years.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to make a comment on before we leave?
No, stay in school, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Deb. Thank you, James and Steve. Thank you all for being here this afternoon, and thanks to our engineer, Jackson. It's 90.3 KEXP, Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.